Hi friends, welcome to our class. Welcome to Anu Academy. Very good morning friends. Let us start today's class. Today's class we are going to discuss about the types of elasticity. Okay, today's class we are going to discuss about the types. How many types of elasticity is there? We will learn today. Okay, elasticity, types of elasticity. See, last class we came to know about price elasticity of demand, right? So, continuing that one, today's class we will learn what are the types of elasticity are there, right? And how we can see the thing is learning the subject is very important as we know, and the way of presenting the subject is very important, right? So whatever the subject is there in our mind, we have to learn the skill to express the subject in a paper. Okay, so types of elasticity, we will start with the first one is price elasticity. Okay, second one is income elasticity. Okay, and third one is cross elasticity. This cross elasticity is also called as complements or substitutes, right? This cross elasticity is also called as complements or substitute. And fourth one is advertising elasticity. Fourth one is advertising elasticity. And fifth one is expectation. Fifth one is expectation elasticity. So these are the five types of elasticity are there. Now we will learn how to write these things using a mathematical formula. Okay, if three elasticities are given, so in such case how we can find the price elasticity of demand. So in order to find out the elasticity of demand, that is the price elasticity of demand, okay, what we have to learn is we have to show the relationship among price elasticity, income elasticity and substitution elasticity, right? So here we will start learning price elasticity of demand depends upon the income elasticity and substitution elasticity in the same manner in which price effect depends upon the income effect and substitution effect. Okay, so the relationship between the three elasticities can expressed in the form of a mathematical formula. So that formula I am writing here. This is the relationship. Okay, so EP we know price elasticity of demand. Okay, so KX EY plus 1 minus KX into ES. So this is the formula. This is the mathematical formula we are having. We are showing this formula for the relationship between price elasticity, income elasticity and substitution elasticity. So EP I will write here. So EP we know EP is the price elasticity of of demand. We know EP is price elasticity of demand and EY is income. EY is income elasticity of demand, and ES is elasticity of substitution. E is elasticity of substitution. Okay, and kx is, what is the meaning of kx? Is a proportion of the income of the consumer spent on good x. So it is proportion of the income of the consumer, of the consumer spent on good X. Okay, spent on good X. So this equation expressing the relationship between the three elasticities holds good in all the situations. If we know any two elasticities, we can always calculate the third elasticity if the proportion of money income spent on the commodity is also given. So if we are getting a question, explain the types of elasticity, we have to explain these things, writing the formula, okay, and what are the terms related to this formula, that is sufficient. Next we will move to what are the factors affecting the elasticity, right? Factors affecting, we learned today the types, no, now we'll learn what are the factors affecting elasticity of demand, right? See, I'll write here the factors factors affecting elasticity, factors affecting elasticity of demand. Okay, so this is a theory question. So now we will see how we can give the answer for this question. The question is the factors affecting the elasticity of demand, right? So if we are talking about these factors, we can have many factors, seeing that a change in price does not lead to the same proportionate change in the quantity demanded. Sometimes even a slight change in price may affect the demand of the commodity to a considerable extent, while it may also happen that even large changes in price are unable to affect demand at all. Further, different goods respond differently to a change in its price. So if we are talking about the factors, now we'll see one by one how these factors are there. First is nature of commodity. Nature of commodity. What is the nature of commodity? See, nature of commodity is poor people, where the demand is less elasticity, and middle and upper class people, the demand is relatively elasticity. So here we have to know what is the meaning of elasticity and what is the meaning of inelasticity, right? So necessities like food grains and prestigious goods have an inelastic demand, while luxurious and comforts have relatively elastic demand. This we are having self experience about these things. Next factor we will see after nature of commodity. Next comes the number of substitutes. Next comes the number of substitutes. Okay, what do you mean by the substitute? Substitute means anything, any factor we can replace it. Okay, so this substitute we can learn, demand for a good tends to be perfectly inelastic if no substitutes are available, right? If there is no substitute, so we can say it is perfectly inelastic. The demand for example, if you take salt, the demand for salt is almost perfectly inelastic. People buy the same amount of salt whether it is dear or cheap. Next, after this one, next factor we will go for number of uses of commodity. Okay, like that we have to write number of uses of commodity. Okay, what do you mean by commodity here? Commodity means the greater the number of uses to which a commodity can be put, the greater will be its price. Elasticity of demand. Okay, now this is about the number of uses of commodity. Next, fourth one, price. Fourth one, price level of the commodity. Okay, fourth is we are writing the price level of the commodity. What do you mean by the price level of the commodity? See, goods which are very costly or very cheap have a relatively inelastic demand. At middle range of prices, demands tends to be elastic. Okay, na? So what we are saying here is middle range of prices, demands tends to be elastic. Okay. Next one, fifth one, position of commodity in consumer's budget. So this is important. Position of commodity in consumers budget, in consumers budget. So budget is very important here. So what we are understanding from this statement, position of commodity in consumers budget means the greater the position, the proportion of income spent on a commodity, the greater will generally be its elasticity of demand. Okay, now so how we can see the elasticity of demand? We are learning under position of commodity in consumers budget. Okay, so next one, here we are writing after consumers budget, postponement of demand. Okay, we are writing here postponement of demand. Postponement of demand. Here demand for a commodity tends to be elastic if the demand for it can be postponed. If we are postponing the our commodities which we are going to purchase, so what is happening here, the it tends to be elastic. Okay, now next one, seventh one, next is joint demand. Okay, next is joint demand. What we are learning under this joint demand, when the goods are jointly demanded, the elasticity of demand is usually low. Such goods are called complementary goods. So this joint demand, we are saying it as complementary goods. Okay, next one, last one, consumers behavior. Consumers behavior. Okay, consumers behavior. So here consumer, if consumer is habituated, so it falls under inelastic. Okay, now if consumer is habituated with his habits, right, so with his lifestyle, with his day-to-day activity, so it falls under inelastic. Purchased very frequently means it is highly elasticity, right, very frequently. So you should use these type of words. If it is purchased very frequently, it comes under highly elasticity. So if it is rarely means inelastic demand. Okay, once again I am repeating here, under consumers behavior, consumer is habituated, it falls under inelastic. If purchased very frequently, highly elasticity. Rarely means inelastic demand. Okay, okay friends, so this is the factors affecting elasticity of demand. So if you are getting a question, state and explain factors affecting elasticity of demand. So these are the side headings, so you have to write in this form, so you will get good marks, right? And that's all for today's class. I think all of you understood today's class. If you are having any queries, just comments, give your comments. I will give you a reply. Okay, thank you very much, friends. So please subscribe our channel. Please like, share our channel. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching.